first time someone's held a gun to my head.
You're gonna make me late, and I hate being late.
Nice to meet you. So why did you accept this role? Because you were in a Game of Thrones cast. So why did you change your mind?
This was nothing to do with Game of Thrones.
Yeah.
This was like every job I take on independently. I assess every decision as it comes, and this came independently, and it was something that I felt I could learn from. You know, for the first time in my career, being #1 on the call sheet, to learn to be the lead. You know, all the pressures that come with that. See how I handle that, and see how I feel about that, and how my body reacts to that, my mind, and you know, doing a long shoot and being in every day. You know, that was important to me for the craft. You know, I'm at a stage in my career, in my life, I just want to learn. So I knew that I would be able to learn, and you know, to work with somebody like Luke. You know, of course, you can't learn. You can't work with many better teachers than Luke, and you know, to work in France, to shoot there and work with the French crew, and you know, a new style of movie.
French Riviera.
Yeah, exactly. And to live in, well, I lived in Paris for 3 months, and we lived in the south for 6 weeks or something. Okay. So it was just like, you know, there was many reasons why it was a great decision to make, and felt like the right decision.
Okay. So how was the audition for Transporteur?
Well, it was the longest audition process I've done so far. There was 3 auditions. Okay. One in London, one in Paris, and another one in London after that. But I was relaxed about it the whole time. You know, it felt like a pair of shoes I could slip into. And, you know, I felt comfortable with it from the beginning. You know, and it felt natural. I approached each audition just, you know, trying my best. I always enjoy auditions. I never go in there with pressure, like I need to get this. You know, I just go and enjoy it. You know, enjoy the moment, and you know, enjoy the process. You know, because it's part of the job, so I have to try and enjoy all sides of the job, you know. So that was fun, you know, and yeah, it was a fun process.
Okay. So did you watch all the Transporteur movie for being inspired? Because Jason Statham did a really good job on the trilogy. So did you meet him before or during the shooting?
I didn't meet Jason yet. I haven't met him yet. I look forward to meeting him and shaking his hand and having a chat and having a laugh, and you know, finding out his experiences, and you know, yeah, I look forward to meeting him. It was important for me to watch the movies, you know, before, to gain an understanding of the franchise, and you know, exactly what the fans would expect from it and want from it, because you know, we have a duty to the fans, and you know, to keep the same variables that were there before. So it was important for me to do that, but really it's important not to dwell on it too much, you know. Okay. Just to try and do my best. And,
be yourself.
Exactly, be myself, because really I can't do anything other than that, you know.
Okay. So what do you think you bring to the new Transporteur?
I'm not sure.
Maybe
I should ask you that question, you know. We'll swap seats and ask you. No, I'm not sure, you know. I'm not sure what my touch is. I suppose we'll let the audiences decide that, and let the people decide. I don't really analyze myself too much like that, you know. Yeah, we'll let the people decide. Huh?
Okay.
We're gonna need more men.
So have you ever done martial arts by the past, or was it just for your first experience?
It's my first experience, the first time, yeah. What you're seeing on there is the beginning.
Really
you know?
Good job.
Yeah, thank you, sir. And then from there, I, you know, furthered my education with Deadpool and worked really hard with that. And I've continued to train, and since I come back, and you know, I've fallen in love with Kali, Filipino knife and stick fighting, and English boxing. I love it so much now. I'm addicted to it. So I look forward to continuing my education, and you know, looking back on it and saying, oh wow, look at me then, look how much better I am now.
Yeah. So are you a Jackie Chan or Tom Cruise kind of guy who want to do all the stunts on the movie?
Yeah, probably. I can't compare myself to those two in terms of the levels of ability. You know, those guys are legends in the game. One day, hopefully, with more hard work and dedication, I can, you know, get closer to them. But you know, definitely in terms of doing things myself, you know, I take a lot of pride in doing it myself, and I love a challenge. I love the idea I'm not supposed to be good enough to do something and proving it to myself. It's really not a thing of proving to other people or comparing to other people. It's like me. I want to do it for myself. So the pressure comes from myself. The enjoyment comes from, you know, my pride in completing it and, you know, seeing it in its execution. So yeah, it was something I enjoyed a lot.
Okay. So there's a big change for us because I'm French. On the cast, we replaced Inspector Tarconi, which played by François Berléand, for your father, Ray Stevenson.
Yeah.
So how was the relationship with him on the shooting?
It was great. Ray's a
always jokes. Always
always joking. He's always so funny, you know. And I kind of played the straight guy, and he played the funny guy.
Okay.
In a lot of ways, he was like the kid, and I was like the dad.
Yeah.
You know, in the movie and even off screen, he was always joking around and laughing, and he just has such a positive energy. You know, he's a warm man, and you know, he was just so much fun to be around.
Playboy. With the girls.
He was so much fun. He really was.
So you played with Loan Chabanel. She's a new Transporteur girl. So did you enjoy to play with her?
Yeah, of course. I mean, it was great to have all of these dynamic females, you know, in these lead roles. I think it's important for us to reflect society in that way, that we have these strong women that are there. You know, I want them to be reflected and their stories to be told in cinema. So it was great to have these characters that were so strong. All of the girls, you know, they were so driven and dynamic and ambitious. You know, it's a great thing. I hope we see more strong roles for women going forward.
I'm in this because of you, and so's my dad. So we're going to see Carousel.
Do we have a choice?
Not really.
So what are you listening right now? Because I used to see on YouTube you used to rap. You're a rapper. When you type Skrein on YouTube, you have some videos. So maybe you have on your iPad.
Yeah, I mean,
some
I'm
music, maybe Last Dre.
Yeah, I'm a big fan of
Drake.
Yeah, I'm still listening to a lot of new music, and you know, the new Kendrick Lamar album.
Yeah.
To Pimp a Butterfly is incredible, and it's
positive album.
Positive, but also the social context. You know, the fact that he's in a position where he's in a position to say something, but he's not just talking about, you know, drinking in the club and being with girls and being irresponsible. I mean, there's a place for that, and I'm not saying all music needs to have morals, but it's incredible to see the stance that Kendrick is taking, especially with the difficulties that they're having over there, you know, for him to be brave enough to stand up and talk about things like Ferguson and all of these things. I think it's very necessary for somebody to stand up, you know. It's okay for people to just dance in the club and act silly, you know, but as long as we have somebody being a spokesperson for the truth, you know, and I'm very proud of, you know, Kendrick for that. And then there's some great music that's come out of the UK as well, Maverick Sabre, you know, Rally Ritchie and
Skepta gigs.
Yeah, there you go. You know, they're doing some great things, and Big Nasty.
Yeah,
I love Big Nasty, you know, and Gets is a big fan of mine.
Have another one. It was dropped yesterday with a match with video.
I haven't checked for that, so I'll definitely be checking for that. But it's great. It's a positive time for the arts. You know, I feel like coming out of the recession and everything things are really building up again. It's a really positive time for music and film and everything. So I'm enjoying it. You know, my trailer is always the loudest trailer. If you don't like the same music as me, you don't want to be next door to me.
Okay.
Because I'm blaring music out at 5 in the morning when I'm on set, and
I'm stuff for guys too, so
yeah. So it's important to me. It's the soundtrack. It's the fuel for all the characters. You know, every movie I have specific albums I'm listening to at that time and specific playlists for the characters and such.
Okay.
Where are the packages? What's this?
You should go.
Out the car, all of you now.
No one's getting out of the car. Now drive.
Seatbelts now.
Pleasure, man.
Thank you, mate. I really appreciate it.
And when I wake up, I recognize you looking at me for the pay cut. Bahamas, I be looking at you from the face down. One Mac 11, even boom with the bass down. Scheming, now let me tell you about my life. Painkillers only put me in the twilight. With pretty pussy and Benjamin is the highlight. Now tell my mama I love her, but this what I like, Lord knows. 20 of them in my Chevy, tell them all to come and get me. Reaping everything I sow, so my karma come in heaven, no preliminary here.